Okay, so where was I? I think we were in the cell block. Okay. Oh, I took my little necklace off. All right, um, so she, so I'm in, so we in the little cell thing, and so she telling me, trying to tell me about her boyfriend that's on the other side, and he's in jail or whatever, because I guess it was the ladies prison was on one side, and then on the other side was the men. And she was like, yeah, and this, like, telling me how they communicate or whatever, something she's talking about. So I'm just sitting there like, look, I'm not paying attention to you. So my whole big thing is I'm not falling asleep here. I'm not about to be asleep. Next thing you know, she knocked out, snoring and everything on the bed on top. So I'm just like, oh God. So it's like extremely dark and whatever, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm about to be in freaking jail. I'm about to spend a night in jail, in prison, not like a little regular little cell like on the Andy whatever show, Andy Griffin show. Like, I am about to be in freaking Alcatraz, is it Alcatraz? Yeah, Alcatraz, Shawshank, whatever. That's what I'm about to be doing. So I'm just like a few, like, uh, um ex-con or something, whatever. I'm about to come out of here, um so I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm sitting there hard, like, I'm mad as hell. So next thing I know, I didn't fell asleep. So I'm sitting up straight, whatever, and next I like fall asleep. So I'm knocked out, and I hear somebody say, you so pretty. And I looked up, and it's this girl right in my face. She like right here. So apparently the cells, what I didn't know is that 4 o'clock in the morning is the time they have breakfast or whatever. They eat they have their breakfast. So we get there like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night or whatever. They get ready, they eat at like 4 something in the morning. So they had opened up the cell, and I was asleep. I was, sitting straight up, but knocked out. So this girl comes in there, and she was like, "You so pretty." She was like, "Can I touch your hair?" I was like, "No, you can't touch my hair. Like, go on somewhere." And she's sitting up there. I promise you, this is 20 some years ago. I mean, it's about 20 years ago. But she looked just like the girl with the cross eye, whatever. She had her eye was all crazy looking. She had like these braid things in her hair and stuff. And she was like, "Can I touch your hair?" "No, you can't touch my hair. No." And so she was like, "Can I have your toilet tissue?" Because they had like toilet tissue, so they give you this bag, and they got like toilet tissue and like other stuff in it. "Can I have your toilet tissue?" "No, you can't touch my toilet tissue." I was like, by then I'm like Eddie Murphy in life. Like, don't worry about my cornbread. Like, I'm about to be hard and stuff. So I'm super hard with her. Like, go on, get out of here. Like, and so she was like laughing and stuff, whatever. She was like, so she leaves out. So the girl, so I'm like, where, how did she even get in here? Like, how are they even letting people in here? Like, why they ain't got our door closed? Like, how come we can't be the ones that open up the door and stuff, whatever? Like, this is crazy. So I'm looking, and I'm looking out there, and it's this girl. She just like walking off. She like doing all this, like walking by. She like looking like inside the thing, inside the cell thing. So she walking walking back, and she look, and she walking. I'm like, what is she doing all that for? Like, So they go, it's time for you to come out, for you to have breakfast or whatever, or have whatever they was about to eat. So they, have us all stand in line. I'm like, I don't want this. Like, I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing, but I'm super hungry because that's what I was going over my girlfriend's house to go eat. So I'm starving. I'm like, I ain't had nothing since, the day before. So I'm like, I don't want this stuff, whatever, but I still want to look and see what they have. And so, I go up there. It was like straight up. It had to be for breakfast, but it was a bologna sandwich, like for real. It's the same. They like bread, a piece of bread, and I want to say they cut the like size off, whatever, just the bread, and like bologna, no cheese, no nothing on there. And like did they gave us bologna for breakfast? It was something. It wasn't no eggs and sausages. I know that. It was like that, and it was like a high C or Kool-Aid, orange Kool-Aid thing, and some like Jello, whatever. And so the girl who's like walking all hard or whatever, she comes over there, and they're online. She was like, you want your high C or whatever? I was like, I don't want none of that. Like, She was like, can I have it? I was like, I don't care. I'm not eating none of that stuff, whatever. So, sitting there, whatever. And so, I'm just waiting for the for the time to go by. So I'm just watching everybody or whatever. Now it's like getting later on in the day or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, when is 9 o'clock about to get here? I'm like, I got to get up out of here. So 9 o'clock rolls around. They don't call me. And I'm just sitting there like, what? So I go over to the phone. I'm calling my girlfriend. She was like, Trina, I talked to them. It's nothing, nothing we could do, whatever. So I'm like, golly, I'm about to be in here. So I go over, back over there. So that now this is how long ago it was. It was Jenny Jones on the TV thing. So they had the little TV up in the corner, whatever. And Jenny Jones on there, like old timey like TV too. And so Jenny Jones up on there. So I'm watching the thing, whatever. So, I'm like, okay, good. This, at least I can watch this. So Jenny Jones, is on there, whatever. So somebody changed the channel. So they change it. So when they change it, I turn around like, and I'm just like, ugh, like whatever. So the girl who was doing all walking back and forth, and the one who said that I want my stuff, my orange, the high C stuff or Kool-Aid, orange Kool-Aid stuff, and Jello, she goes, she's looking at her. She was like, turn it back to Jenny Jones. So I'm like, damn, what's wrong with her? So they was like, now we gotta turn it back. She was like, turn it back, Jenny Jones. And so so I'm like, dang, it's about to go down. Like, what's about to happen and stuff. And so so the girl was like, no, she was like, I said, turn it back to Jenny Jones. And so I'm like, damn, like, about the fight. She was like, she watching Jenny Jones. I was like, who watching Jenny Jones? She was like, she watching Jenny Jones, and she want to watch Jenny Jones. Put it back on Jenny Jones. So I was like, don't worry about me. Like, you ain't gotta help me out. I'm all right. I don't care about. Why you care about what I'm watching? Like, and so she was like, you want to watch Jenny Jones? I was like, you don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Like, we not like I'm cool with stuff. So she was like, you want to watch Jenny Jones? So I was like, hold up. Is she think I'm her girlfriend or something? Like, she watching out for me? I was like, no. Change it to whoever you want to. No. I don't care about no Jenny Jones. No. Like, just like, ugh. So now I'm like, what the fuck? Like, let me go to the phone. So I'm going back and phone. I'm calling Ken again. She was like, Trina, I'm sorry. I'm like, God, like, this is crazy. Like, I'm in here for traffic. Like, this is crazy. So I go back over. So I'm just sitting there. So this old lady comes up to me. I'm over at the phone. When I'm over at the phone, and I was talking to Ken or whatever. So so this girl comes up to me and she goes, she talking and stuff. So that the girl with the little crazy eye came over that had like walked by. She was like, oh my God, that's crazy, such and such or whatever. So I was like, yeah, she crazy. She was like, oh no, she is crazy. So I'm like, what you mean crazy? She was like, this one girl was in there and she was like talking to her or whatever. And when they was in the shower, she went and took a mop. And she, the mop stick and stuff, and they start fighting. When she took the mop stick and she like rammed it up the girl, whatever. She was, and I was like, the one I was sitting up to tell them, don't worry about my cornbread. My toilet tissue. Like, that's the one that did that. So she was like, yeah. She said she's crazy. You better stay away from her. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, I'm trying to be tough with the wrong people. Like, this is getting out of hand. Like, I got to go. I got to get out of here. So I go back over there. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm sitting here. So this old lady comes up to me. And she's she had her hair like braid to the back or whatever. And she's old as I don't know what. And she goes, she is somebody's great grandma. So she comes over and she goes, baby, they call me mama. So if you need anything, just come over and just ask me whatever they. So I said, oh. I said, okay, So I look, because everybody got like a little wristband. Like my little wristband, I think my stuff was green. So I look at hers and hers was red. So I'm looking and I'm going to start looking around other people's stuff or whatever. So I said, so mama, I'm calling her mama too. So mama, I said, so what you in here for? She was like, they're going to talk about I killed my grandson. They talking about you. Man, when I say I started crying, tears started coming to my eyes, I went to the phone. I was like, get me out of here. Man, I was crying so hard. I said I went from hardcore, like, don't worry about my cornbread, to now they done broke me all the way down. I was like, man, I was crying so hard. I was like, y'all don't know it's criminals in here. I was like, they talking about I killed my grandson. I was crying so hard. They was like, Richardson, man, I was like, I'm out. And left out of there. I was so freaking scared. So scared. And I mean, for real, that's what happened. That's my jail story.